You can see my number.
I can't see your number. I can't see your number. I want your name. How would you say it verbally? I want you to say it verbally. You're going to get reported. You're going to get reported to professional standards. That's it. You're failing to identify, right? You're boring. Windows going up. That much. How about that?
Alright then, so what you're looking at here is this is a traffic stop. And it's all because he overtook a vehicle, and these coppers are saying they had to do 70 miles an hour to catch back up to you. Well, because you had to do that, it doesn't mean he was doing that, and if he was doing that, you would not have caught up to him. It's simple maths. If something's gone past you at 70, and you've had to turn around and go 70 to catch up, it means he was not doing 70 because you caught up to him. You would have to do more than that because of the distance he has already travelled. It's that simple. So he clearly was not doing 70 as he claimed in this video. But the problem is, like I said there, he doesn't have to identify himself. There's no legislation to say he has to identify himself. Which, their own policies state they have to identify themselves with 3 forms of ID. Their costume, their car, and the station they work out of could be classed as 3 forms of ID. Or even the costume, the fact that they're in a marked car, and their warrant card. That's 3 forms of ID. But he's saying he does not have to do that, which is not good. And another thing he says, he doesn't know of any legislation what states that. To be honest, I don't think there is any legislation what states that. But I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm more than willing to learn from using the comments. So if there is, drop it in the comments so I'll have it as my ammunition in the future. But he doesn't know half of the legislations anyways. Half of the police don't even know their own legislations. They just know the very basics, and they don't even understand them very basic legislations. But let's just get straight into this video.
You alright?
Yeah. Hi, mate.
You don't mind me filming, do you? It's just for my protection, that's all.
That's fine. Have you got your licence on you?
Yes.
What's your name, sorry?
Can you just identify yourselves, please?
I'm PC2328 Hussein from Burnley Station.
Yep, thank you.
And
You,
this
sir?
is 2831 Woodburn from Burnley
As in,
Station.
can you just say it for yourself, please?
Thank you.
Okay.
Can you identify yourself, please, officer?
Golf 41.
Hello? Nope. Right, failing to identify, no problem.
Obviously, we're in thingy because your call numbers on our jackets.
Well,
That's identifying.
no, it's not. You've got to say it verbally if I ask you to, unfortunately.
Not
Whether you like it or not. Remember, public has to identify, so you meant to like immediately.
right.
But obviously, attitude here, don't want to. Just sat there with face on for some reason.
Do you know how we stopped you at all?
Yes, because I overtook a vehicle up there.
To the burglary at Halifax Road.
I don't think it was an illegal move.
Say that again, sorry.
I don't think it was an illegal move. I weren't speeding.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. Sorry, ignore me. I've only just come in. I've not switched my brain on. I'm not speed, don't we?
I wasn't speeding.
Well, because we were going 70 trying to catch up with you.
Well, yeah, you will be. If you're right up there and I'll make it down there, you have to speed to catch up to me, aren't you? So, no offence, like, hey, speaks. Do you want to identify now you're speaking? No. Still failing to identify. That's twice now, I've asked you, sir. Well, I've asked you to identify yourself because I don't know who you are. And you sat there with face on, yeah, so I want your number and I want your name.
You can see my number.
I can't see your number, I can't see your number, I want your name. How would you say it verbally? I want you to say it verbally. You're going to get reported. You're going to get reported to professional standards, that's it. You're failing to identify, right? You're boring. Windows going up. That much, how about that?
Okay, so I already covered some of this. The fact that he overtook a vehicle. Now, as long as he wasn't speeding, he did it safely. He did nothing wrong. But this copper, he doesn't know of any legislation that says he has to identify. No, but after your colleague, Mr. Cousins, did what he did, I'm pretty sure you'd want to relieve anybody's anxieties and that lot just by identifying. The other big problem with this is it's not even legislation, it's your own policy. I can't remember the number off the top of his head. I don't know what station they're from, and theirs might be slightly different. But it is in their policy to identify when asked to identify. So he should identify himself verbally. There's only one piece of legislation which stops a police officer from identifying themselves, and that comes under the Terrorist Act, which means a police officer doesn't have to identify if he believes somebody is a terrorist for his own safety. That is the only piece of legislation I know where a cop doesn't have to identify himself. So this incident, again, then he's saying he had to do 70 to catch up. Well, yes, so you was driving dangerously. Did you have your lights on? Probably not. So it means this officer has just admitted on camera to dangerous driving, speeding, to catch up to somebody for overtaking, for doing something illegal. Now, because he's a cop, he'll get away with it. It doesn't make a difference. They're not held to the same standards as we are. They're held to a lot lower standard, which I think is absolutely nonsense. They should be held to a higher standard than the general members of the public, considering they are there to enforce the law. So if you're there to enforce the law, you should be held to a higher standard to the law. It's that simple. But let's just get back into it.
How about that, eh? Why do you have to be awkward, mate? Why does he have to be awkward? He's always like that.
I can't hear you, sorry.
I said he's always like that.
Have you been drinking at all tonight?
Nope, do you want to breathalyze me?
Yeah.
Come on then. Come on then, let's go. Let's breathalyze me.
How old are you, Thomas?
43, sir.
I've got your date of birth as 19681, is that
Yeah,
right?
that's what
You've been breathalyzed before?
years ago when they had them Christmas things, that's all. But I don't drink, so
You don't drink?
I don't do it. I don't do all, nothing.
You don't take drugs at all?
No.
Do you?
I don't take. I'm sober as a judge, believe it or not.
Where are you off to anyway?
Stover Gisborne.
Gisborne?
Yeah.
Alright, just
Done.
'cause obviously you followed him, but then you turned around.
Yeah, I know, because I had a 40 police, I thought, this is police, and you go, I'm going to stop and start, so I'll know about so in a minute, when you let me go, I'm going to go up down there and that way.
Yeah.
Alright.
I was testing you.
Thomas, I need you to provide a specimen, well, I require you to provide a specimen of slab.
Do you want to identify yourself? Before I
I
do?
don't need to identify
Well, can she
myself.
do it then?
My caller number's 2831.
Thank
alright?
you.
Are you going to provide me a
Yes,
sample
of course,
breath? Alright. Blow out until I tell you to stop. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Thank you.
Thanks for identifying yourself. You didn't have to wait that long, though.
What, to give you my caller number?
Yeah.
That's yours, you can keep that.
Nice
It's
one.
a souvenir.
Thank you.
Alright.
Have a good day.
You too.
Have a nice one.
Well, given the road conditions, it's not appropriate to be overtaken.
It's not more. I weren't speeding.
I don't know this road very well. If it's solid white lines, I'm giving you a ticket, but I don't know.
No.
Because we don't often come down this far.
And I weren't speeding. And let me tell you another thing. I'm an ex-rally driver. I'm a better driver than anyone you know. I know you probably heard that a million
That's
times.
fine.
Right? I have more driving skills than anyone.
Okay.
Right.
So
Never questioned your
I've
driving
fully. You
skills.
did. Well, he said it's a bit
No,
raining.
you didn't.
Yeah, you
You
did.
just
You said
told
it's
me
raining.
that.
Somebody.
You
It's on here. It's on here. I recorded him saying it. So he did say it. So I gave him.
Just having a conversation.
Yeah, but I hate the police because what I'm sick of, right, is reading it paper about two-tier policing. Have you got a criminal record?
No.
Have you got a criminal record? Do you know how many police officers do have criminal records? No, it's quite a fucking lot, to be honest with you. And it's fucking disgusting.
Right.
And do you know how many officers, at least on average, twice a week, right, an officer is being arrested or convicted for sexual or violent crimes toward women and children?
I'll be honest with you.
Right? I'm fed up with making hearing about paedophile police officers, rapists and fucking murderers. Now fuck off, fucking idiots. Fucking knobheads.
Okay then, so let's what this guy was saying at the end. Do you think is wrong? I do not think is wrong, and I think what he's saying is the truth. Now, there's plenty of articles out there and public information records and Home Office of National Statistics records which show that from April of 2022 to April of 2023, 115 officers and 43 staff were found guilty of crimes including sexual assault and violence against the person. That is up by 70%. 70%. It is ridiculous. And in that same year, there was 43,000 complaints, public complaints. About 71% of the allegations were made serious enough that they involved either death or injury, which is absolutely ridiculous. This is how crappy our police are. So, from the year of 22 to 23, there was 115 police officers charged with sexual assault and violence against a person. 43 police staff, just staff, not even bloody coppers, was charged with the same thing and found guilty of the same things. The numbers is ridiculous. There's been loads being stuck on the bad list, but the fact that in that same year there was 43,000 complaints about police. To me, this guy's not. This is outrageous, to be honest. This guy's speaking facts. These officers don't like it that their colleagues are all shameful. Not all of them. 1 in 100 police officers in England and Wales face criminal charges, including sexual assault. 1 in 100. That is ridiculous. The figures should be 0 in 100,000. That's what it should be. More than 200 police officers in Britain have convictions of offences including assault, burglary, and animal cruelty. I can go on and on and on. Now, if you want to figure all this out, you can go on the Home Office of National Statistics, pull up all of that, or you can do a FOIA request on them and request all of the information on police officers convicted and what their crimes was. Now, a lot of news articles have already done it for you, so if you really can't be bothered to do that, Sky News, The Guardian, and so on have all done the same thing. Now, what this copper is, even the College of Policing announced that there's over nearly 600 police staff and police officers which have been stuck on the bad list for last year. Bad from being a copper, over 600 of them. But let's forget about that. This incident highlights why the police standards needs to change. People are getting fed up with the police. They're getting fed up with their antics and their behaviour. Now, this guy, he did nothing wrong, did he? Because if he really did something wrong, they would have arrested him for it. It's that simple, but they've got no proof. That's why they went with the drinking side. And to be honest, I'm surprised they didn't go with bloody drugs as well. But to do drugs, you have to have some sort of reasonable, articulable grounds to do that, to do a drug swap. Mate, I'm confused because I was doing a different video earlier. 1 second, a different channel for somebody else. But yeah, so he has to have reasonable grounds to suspect that he has been taking drugs to do a drug swipe. And now, just his manner of driving could be one, but obviously they're not going to mess about with that, and he probably didn't even have drug swipes with him. But after all that being said, I want to thank my members for being a member. If you want to become a member, click the join button, become a member, pick a tier, and get the privileges. But let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this interaction. As always, like the video, it does open YouTube's algorithm. And I'll catch you on the next one.